vibe coding, AI, automations. You've heard about all three of these things. You're a small business owner trying to take advantage of the new wave of technology, but how do you do it? Maybe some of it is over your level in terms of technical ability. That's okay. We're going to talk about that here. I'm going to show you here at Best Lesson Ever. I'm a small business. We're a music lesson studio. I'm going to show you how I implement AI in different stages, an easy way, a medium way, and technically a bit more difficult. But all these are going to be interesting to do here. Let's go ahead and start with the easiest, ChatGPT. We're on version 5.2 now. What do you use ChatGPT for? Me personally, I use it for a lot of social media posts, writing to current students and families. I use it actually mainly to keep my ideas together. I'll run 10 ideas through ChatGPT and ask it, what I should focus on today that's going to give me the biggest impact. ChatGPT is my business partner. It lets me know what I should work on, and I've programmed it to be straightforward and to the point. So this is the best thing for chat. Lately, I've been using chat to upload spreadsheet documents and ask about my numbers and student retention, and it's actually really good at that. So if you can get exports from your CRM into ChatGPT, it can really help you out with what you're doing. You'll see here I have some projects, BLE CEO. I told Chat, you're my CEO, and this is a whole project folder where it can see our transactions and stuff about our KPIs, right? Here's another project, Lesson Whisper. I use chat to help me vibe code. The AI helps me use AI, and that's a big way to use it here these days. You see, we had a big launch, a 369 launch, where we had a whole campaign, and chat kept me on track. It came up with the whole formula, what assets I needed to write, emails, social media posts, and videos. I use chat for a lot of video content in terms of helping me write the script and then executing that and editing later. So you have to use humans, at some point for it. I don't know if I'd go straight with AI ads right now, but they're getting better. Here's one thing about ChatGPT, and you need to know this right now. We cannot accept what chat does as bond, right? Chat makes mistakes. I think the way to utilize AI is to create a lot of versions of it and then find your favorite one and heavily scrutinize. We have to scrutinize AI right now. This is January 2026. It's probably not going to be like this in a couple years. AI is going to be perfect and we're just going to be typing away at the computer. Okay, that's level one of how to use AI in your business. You can use chat for so many things, and we're going to come back to this for some other stuff. Oh, images. I create all of our promotional images with chat, and the prompt is help me create an image in Sora. Write the prompt, and I tell it what to do. I bring the photo back into chat. I'm like, this doesn't work for me. Help me adjust it. I use a lot of this here. And then when I'm done with this, I'll take it to Adobe Express or Adobe Photoshop and make some final adjustments, add my logo or whatever. But chat is really good at creating some of these images for easy social media sharing and even for bigger flyers. Now, if I have something serious, I'm going to ask someone to design that. Chat does a good job. It takes a lot of this content making away from me where I can just kind of edit instead of having to be on top of it. Chat's my number one go-to. Talk to it every day. The thing is, it remembers you, right? So my team has access to chat. I try not to do too much personal stuff here. So when my team has a question, it answers in my style. It's almost my second brain in a way. I've trained it. I've committed some things to memory. It knows our brand voice, our brand colors. So when my team logs in here, it's got the brand of Best Lesson Ever. It really makes it great for when my team does that. I could talk about this forever. Let's move on to the next level of automations. Now here I have my site hosted with Hostinger. And I got a VPS from them here. If you see a VPS, you go to a VPS here, and you can get this N8N VPS. Let's see if we see N8N over here. No, that's not it. You can see it when you sign up for one. And here is the app N8N. What does N8N do? Well, when someone signs up for a new lead on my website, and I'll show you this one here. When someone signs up for a new lead, we can go into this workflow here. They sign up for a new lead. I have to edit some of the data a bit. And the lead goes to us on our Trello. So Trello is where we have our task manager. So let's go to Trello here. Trello, new website leads. It automatically comes in. It gives us a Discord message. Hey, you have a new lead. This rings for our sales manager, our admin, and for me. There's a new lead in. Someone's assigned to it, but we know that it's coming in, right? It also, and this is the magic, it also sends a webhook to my CRM. So when someone signs up on my website, it automatically signs them up on my CRM. And then my CRM, I didn't bring this up here, Opus One. My CRM sends them an email, an automated email campaign because they're a warm lead. It sends them a text 30 minutes later. Hey, do you want to sign up for lessons? Here's a self-booking link. This has really taken a lot of the friction out of, oh, there's a new lead, what do we do? When a new lead comes in, they get some messages, and once the lead responds to us, then we use human interaction, we finish it off. I'm not using 100% AI and automation. I think the human touch is a huge part of being in business now, and we need to use the AI and automations as much as we can, but we got to be human. People want to know that someone is there. N8N is the jam. Now, if you get stuck in N8N, check it out. You can go back to your ChatGPT and help you finish the instance. N8N is really, really good at that. There's also a new site called Cinta.io that helps you build N8N workflows. I haven't even used it. I want to dive into it, but there's so much to do right now. That's like the next thing on my list. N8N requires some technical ability. You have to be able to understand coding a little bit, JSON, how to parse data. So this is the first level in, okay, I really need to know what I'm doing. You have to add your credentials on your site, but if you can get some N8N going, it really helps with lead flow. When we have new students sign up, it automatically goes to a sheet. Another one of my staff members, sees a new student, welcomes them with a new lanyard. When we lose a member, it goes somewhere else, new subscriber. And also when I'm running ads on Facebook and Google, it does the same thing. It lets us know and it puts it right into N8N. Okay, great. N8N is cool. That's like the backbone, the bare base, of things actually moving on and automating. Let's move on from that. N8N is awesome. It's a bit technical, and I want to say we're going to take a step back here into what my favorite thing is, Lovable. Lovable, I think, if you have a slight bit of technical ability, even if not, Lovable is where it's at. So I would say it's in the middle of ChatGPT and N8N. This actually is level 2. Lovable, you can literally type in the app that you want to make, and it makes it for you. An app. You're like, well, you're crazy, Brian. No, it does it. And if you need help, ChatGPT now integrates with Lovable. Oh, okay, we put that in here. If I type Lovable or at Lovable, here, you can type an app here. It'll connect to it and make it for you. What kind of apps can you make in Lovable? I'm glad you asked. Lovable is awesome. And let's just go through some of the stuff I have here. LessonBot. This is an app I made that listens to the teacher during a lesson, and when the teacher presses record, gives a music lesson, presses it when it's over, and it automatically sends a message to the parents, a message to the student. It pulls from our curriculum database, some curriculum sheets that they can use. It still is in beta mode right now. I'm testing it, but it's working and it's awesome. And I literally just said, I want to do this in chat. If you go to this Lesson Whisperer project over here, we talked about it for a long time, and now it's up and running. It's awesome. Let's see, moving down here. Ready to Rock. Is your child ready for music lessons? So I created this kind of lead magnet, and I ran some Facebook ads on it where a parent checks out to see if their kid is ready, and it uses some AI to give feedback on the kid, and then it comes to us as a new lead. And this is something that I've run ads on and now exists on Google and is searchable. That was a cool one. I can't say it's as effective as other stuff I've done. Practice Challenge right here this is a whole app where kids can log in time for practice and trade it in for tickets. Our curriculum is on here. Practice Challenge is a huge thing I'm working on. It's pretty much half developed right now as I'm kind of figuring out what we can do here. And I've created other apps in here that aren't recent. Let me show you something that we've done really cool. Let's see, Practice Challenge. Oh, Schedule Change Request. This is like my favorite thing. So this is combining Lovable and N8N. It's just a simple single page website. A parent fills it out, and as soon as they fill it out, the admin manager gets a ticket in Trello with all the information that they need from the parents. So this is number one, stating our policies so we can go over them here clearly. And it lets the parent clearly state the outcome they need for their schedule change, submit requests, and then the admin gets it and we can move stuff around. It takes a lot of back and forth away. It does not remove the human element, but it just makes it easier for like schedule change for this parent. Currently we're at this time, we need this time, we can't do this time. It makes it so much easier to process some of this stuff. Let's see, a couple more that we have here in Lovable. Okay, great. And I also in Lovable created, let's see, this site, and I've hardly promoted this because I'm not like, this was the first thing I ever vibe coded, and it's these music games right here, right? And I did this kind of funny 8-bit thing. I did this when Lovable was still a bit clunky. Lovable has gotten better. It's super smooth with how it does things now. We could talk about how to do things with Lovable. Welcome to the musical alphabet. Where's B on the piano? Well, it's right here. Hooray, you got it correct. And this is just a cool thing that students can do in between time just to kind of go over their notes on the piano and where they are. You can do it on your iPad or whatever. And I love some of these games. This was like the first thing I ever vibe coded. Lovable. I suggest Lovable would be the first thing you try out because it'll build you most of the app you're looking for. Now, when talking about what app to build, I think to myself, what is it that I need right now? What's the next step I can take for my students? What's the next step I can take for parents? What can I do for my teachers as well and my team, for our systems to be more organized and automated? Those are the questions I ask. Then I ask that to chat. I bounce back and forth, and we come up with a plan to make an app. It's pretty awesome. Okay, the big things I'm working on right now are this practice challenge, are this lesson bot. I'm calling it Sesh Recap. These are two right here because the practice challenge is for retention, just giving kids another thing to do during the week, earn tickets, and stay in our curriculum. The lesson bot is to help teachers so they don't have to give a note every time. The app just records it. It automatically sends it to parents. It pulls from the curriculum. It does a lot for the teacher here, and I do want to expand on that. Okay, let's go to expert level. I've just gotten into this week, and this just makes me so excited. Let's pull it up here. I started as a computer engineering major before I turned into a musician. So now when I can go into, some of this command line stuff, it reminds me of MS-DOS back in the day. Here, and I'm just going to come up with an instance of Claude. Here, and it's Claude code. Right, okay, I don't know what happened. Mary, right, yeah. Okay, permissions. Cool, and we're in here with Claude Code, and now I've created an app with Claude Code. I got to do a caveat here. You do have to know how to use GitHub. You got to know how to use Netlify. But either way, I've made this BLE wiki with Claude Code. I'm enjoying using it. They all have different things. Lovable has a thing about it. Sometimes you have to ask a bunch of times before you get what you want. Claude Code, Opus 4.5, it's pretty amazing. Okay, here is also a half design thing. All these are half designed. Part of it for me is getting out on the board. Part of vibe coding for me is just practicing my design skills, practicing to see what's right, how to prompt the AI better. And also at the end of the day, so I can look at it and say, okay, this is really important to work on right now. And as we do this, some of it's bottlenecked. Anyway, I did this with Claude Code. It's a BLE wiki. What is it? It's onboarding and training for new team members, new instructors, new admin. Also, we can put our operations, our policies, staff policies. Also, teachers can have this open during lessons and take from our curriculum. Of course, nothing is uploaded yet. But I did do this cool thing where, and this is what I'm saying, you do this in the command line. It's not a lot of work, but here I have import from Google Doc. I can put the Google Doc file in here, and it pretty much fills it out for me. So now I can send this to some of my staff and say, hey, can you import the Google Docs we have right now? All of our SOPs, processes, and checklists are in Google Docs. Now it's in our BLE wiki. I own it. I can create the onboarding path for new members. It's going to take a little programming, a little design, and I'm realizing that now as I make this. That's why the design is clunky. It's me. It's not Claude. But that's the fun part. I mean, for me, I love this. If you can't tell, I'm just loving all this vibe coding. Okay, check it out. We were doing Claude Code here in Terminal. ChatGPT, Claude, by the way, you'll run out of tokens quick. Opus 4.5 is powerful. It doesn't last very long, and the way they limit your tokens is interesting. When you go to ChatGPT, you can go to Codex, and now I have Codex in here too. So if I exit out of this, bye, and then can I open Codex? Let's see what happens when I type in Codex here. Yeah, Codex. And here's OpenAI. So now I have both of these working locally on my machine. You'll find that it's more efficient. I just feel like it's easier to talk to here on the command line. Don't be afraid of it. A lot of it is super easy. The best part is if you're struggling here, you can go into chat and ask about it. You can copy paste back and forth. Like, use chat as your technical advisor. Chat advises me on everything technically, and I just know a little bit about everything, but chat helps me define it, shows me where to go. Sometimes you have to ask it twice. So that's it here. These are the layers of difficulty using AI, using chat, and vibe coding. And I would do it like this. Get good with ChatGPT as your business advisor, bouncing stuff back and forth, really getting detailed into the day-to-day and helping you make decisions, helping you make content. I think that's where it goes. The second step, go to Lovable, ask it to make you an app, break things, find ways to put it together. Like, use your focus to get in and ask the right questions in ChatGPT. Go back to Lovable and do it. It'll help you. There's way more I can talk about that. N8N is really good for automating workflows. Oh, I meant to say this. Okay, I have this, we're talking about schedule change request. Schedule change request actually sends a webhook to N8N. And it sends it to here, and that's how it's connected to Trello. So both of those kind of work together like that. Get good with Lovable first. Go to N8N. Maybe you need to use Cinta. And if you're really feeling it, jump into Claude Code and see how you can kind of make these things. With Claude Code, you got to set up the instance on your computer and the Java. There's some stuff here, but literally, I just asked chat for it. I'm not that technical. And I know some serious programmers and developers will laugh at me. I don't care. I'm doing it. It's fun. This is how I, Brian Carrion, best lesson ever, am using this new technology to, leveraging this new technology to help my small business grow and to intertwine our operations to make ourselves more efficient and more prolific. I hope this has helped you. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to join you over here. I'd love for you to join me here at Best Lesson Ever in the lobby. Maybe we can have a vibe code powwow. That'd be awesome. Feel free to send me your questions. I'd love to chat.